and you built a relationship and you slid me in there, you don't think I'd give you some money? Yes or no? Yes or no? Oh my God, who did that? You know, you just start noticing.
I get it.
All the other, guess what?
But it's different business. It's a referral
Dmitry,
business.
Unstoppable. I'm unstoppable.
Ready when you are?
As long as I look smooth.
Yeah, my hair is the most important part right now.
You gotta make me look
my hair is good.
smooth.
Some questions gonna be very, very.
Dude, you can't scare me. Let's roll.
You don't have to answer.
Dude,
they
you
can be-
can't scare
No, no, no.
me. Let's roll. Come on.
I was
man.
gonna say a random. I was going for random.
Good.
But I can't.
I've been random my whole life.
All right, let's do it. So, what's your favorite title you like to go by? Like CEO, entrepreneur, founder?
Magic man.
Like if I would introduce you to the stage right now, Magic Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage. Brad Lea.
No title?
Nope.
No, you don't like titles. Again?
Well, I mean, you know, hey.
CEO of Lightspeed?
Yeah,
I don't.
Founder.
Founder. So you like the word founder?
CEO. Well, yeah, I started the deal. You gotta mention that when you start the deal.
Sure.
You know, you can be a CEO, like someone can, like Tim Cook's the CEO of
Sure,
Apple.
sure.
He didn't start that fucking shit. That's Steve Jobs, my brother.
Good point, good point.
Okay, you can be a CEO and not be the founder. Which one's more important to the establishment if it was a long-term institution?
Why do you have a picture on your business card?
I don't.
You think you're pretty or something?
I didn't make that. Did you make that?
That's my favorite content.
Did you make that?
Yeah, I made it just for you. You're handsome.
I don't have pictures on my business cards.
Like, dude, why do all realtors stick their picture on their business card? Like that's gonna help? Like, you know what? Hey, check it out.
That was going to be on your card.
Why all their f***ing cheesy pictures?
Dude, listen, it probably would help me to have my picture on my business card. No, just joking. No, I wouldn't do that. You're talking about that post I made the other day. Well, dude, I don't understand why realtors always put their picture on the card. And you know, if they're smoking hot, dude, I can understand if you're smoking hot, but like a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are a little bit older, a little bit heavier, you know. But I found out since I made that post that there were some reasons to do so. You want to hear some?
Sure.
To be visually recognizable when somebody approaches you to look at houses, so you're not feeling all awkward when someone wants to pull you into a house alone. So like I could visually see, oh, that's him. Okay, I'm in the right place. So there was some decent reasons why they would put it on their business card.
You can use it as an ID sometimes if you lost your ID.
Whatever. But anyway, I wouldn't do it. I don't even have business cards anymore. The only ones that I have are the ones left over. Like who does business cards anymore anyway?
I know, right? What's up with the rhinos? Another rhino. Rhinos are everywhere.
I just identify with them.
Why? Like, what do you mean I identify? You know you're a human being.
I'm unstoppable.
You're unstoppable.
Yeah, and when I look at a rhino, it looks like a tank. It looks like it's unstoppable, prehistoric, armored, unstoppable. Like, would you try to stop one?
No.
Okay.
You said that word prehistoric. I just have a roofer whose main problem was, I did consulting deal with him. His main problem was he could not charge more. He said, everybody charges like $275 a square or whatever. I'm like, no, I know your market. Everybody charges more. You know what his slogan was? Prehistoric prices. So his name of business is Dino Roofing, Dinoco, dinosaur, and prehistoric prices. I told him, dude, you have to change the slogan. No wonder you're the cheapest guy in town. Prehistoric, he wouldn't change it. How do you think you can overcome price objection when your slogan on the business card says prehistoric prices? Anyway, you probably don't have that problem. You're closer.
You can say that again.
So on your clips on the social media, on Instagram mainly, you always talk to the computer. Who do you are talking to?
Well, I'm coaching people.
Like, so those are your clients?
Well, no, I have this thing called Closer School Live, where it's supposed to be an hour, but it's usually 2-3 hours. Okay. I bring buddies of mine and people on, subject matter experts, people I do business with, people in my little inner circle, and we're sharing with these people how to become incredibly persuasive and incredibly skilled at closing people.
Somebody's in my house.
Excuse me?
Next question.
So that's what I'm talking to. I don't do it in person. I do it online. There's,
Sure. No, I get it. I
there's
get it.
hundreds in there, but usually 40 or 50 at any given time in a weekly private Zoom group, being coached and mentored to kick ass and take names in any industry, especially roofing.
Sure. We'll come back to it. How did you said in your 30s you become hoe? How did you become
I became what? A hoe?
Hoe.
That's right, dog. It's a hoe.
What is hoe?
Well, it's a play on words because you know what a hoe is.
Yeah.
But I say hoe, H-O, help others. It's an acronym. At 30, I decided to start helping other people, and I started focusing on helping other people, and accidentally, that's really when success and everything started coming my way. Until 30, all I cared about was myself, getting myself rich. I wanted to get paid. I didn't care about anybody else. It was like me, 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 me. And then I just accidentally started saying, hey, I'm going to help that person. I'm going to help that person. I want to start a company helping these people. And when I started focusing on the help rather than the me, boom.
Was there an event, something happened, or just?
No, a buddy of mine was making minimum wage, and he was a cool dude, so I showed him how to make 15 grand a month. Closing folks, persuading people, just being badass at persuasion, building relationships. That's what it's all about. So I taught him how to do it, changed his life. His wife was all happy. His kids were happier. He was more proud, walked taller, changed his life. It was pretty cool to see, and said, man, I want to do this for other people.
Awesome. This is a loaded question next. On October 12th, you created content about our boy Gary Vee. And it was your message to haters saying that you were complimenting your haters, and you're saying that they're complimenting you, and if they want to put you down, they have to do something else. And it was about your signature. And it was funny because it was your signature, you're right, that's my signature, but it did look alike. But on October 14, you start using your new signature. So what made you switch?
Well, you try things, right?
Sure.
All I know is I'm not the one doing it. I'm not the graphic artist. I said originally I want it to look cool. Like go look at Gary Vee's, how it pops up and the whole thing freezes. Yeah, and then they literally did exactly that, which I'm okay with copying exactly if that's cool. Because again, I'm not claiming to be some creative. I'm not trying to get you to hire me to be your creative. Like I'm gonna hire people that are creative. So at the end of the day, I'm not the one responsible for the good or the bad. But at the end of the day, I thought it was funny when people started like talking shit, because what they were saying is, oh, you're copying Gary. And my point was, dude, Gary's kicking ass. Why don't you start copying people and emulating success instead of talking shit on someone's social media over nothing? Like you're talking shit about fucking how my thing goes up and down. Like, dude, don't you have anything better to do? Like, folks, don't worry about it. If you're going to put me down, like make it an actual insult, not, oh, you're copying successful people. Well, no shit. That's what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely. What's your favorite social media?
Instagram.
Instagram. I can tell. Darkest moment in business?
Haven't had that day.
You haven't? Like what? No downsides? Like you're always up?
Come on, dude.
Nothing?
Hey, I didn't have a business when it started. What's the worst that can happen?
I like it. What's your work-life balance look like?
I don't really have one. It's more priorities. Like
So it's changing?
changes.
I mean, I see you.
Hey, look, if my little girl just got hurt at school, I'm leaving. There's nothing at work that could keep me here, right?
Sure.
But if they're home having fun, mom's got them, doing her part, I can be here building the empire, right? You know what I'm saying? If there's nothing to do, I miss them, I'll go home. Take them to the park, take a week off, take them somewhere for 10 days. So it's all just priority. But like if this place was bleeding or there was an urgent or we were busy or, certain time of year, hey, I shift this way. It's just priorities. There's no such thing as balance.
I love it. Do you believe in equal partnership in business, like 50-50?
What do you mean?
Well, can somebody be a truly 50-50 partner?
No.
Can I go and be?
No, I would never do a 50-50 deal.
Why not?
Because then there's no boss.
Fair enough. Just wanted to ask. I see a lot of partnership. I don't believe in partnership. That's why I asked.
No, I mean, there's good partnerships. I got a partner here. But the thing is, and me and him have luckily always agreed. But if we don't agree.
Are you 50-50?
No. Are you fucking kidding me? I just told you I'd never do that.
Exactly. Well, that's why.
Yeah, but the point being is me and him have always agreed. But if we didn't, it wouldn't matter, right?
Sure.
So at the end of the day, if you're 50-50, it would matter. Let's say I want to go left, you want to go right. Now, if we were 50-50, could I go left, yes or no? Without your permission. Could I go left?
No.
Okay, could you go right?
No.
What would happen?
We'd be worse.
No, we'd be stuck, dude.
Or stuck?
No, we're stuck.
Or separated.
We're stuck. We can't do anything 50-50.
It's-
But
it's
if
like
you were in
marriage.
charge, or if I were in charge, if I had 51 and you were 49, and I said da-da-da, and now we can argue all we want, but guess what? We're not stuck because we're going somewhere.
Sure.
You either talk me into voting your way, you change my mind, or we're going left, bitch. More importantly, we're not sitting still because too many people try to play it safe and they don't get off the track and they get run over. Even though you're in, I forget, it was Will Rogers or somebody said, even if you're on the right track, you're gonna get run over if you're just sitting there. So like, I'd never do 50-50 because now you have a deadlock.
I see.
Do you ever get scared?
Of what?
Bah! Like that?
Who is this guy? Of what?
Bah!
So you have a lot of people right now. I mean, you have amazing product. Just looking at the list of your clients, amazing. Who is the most interesting client you have right now?
You. He just said, who is this guy? Most interesting client?
Like unique in some crazy way or funny
Yeah,
way.
you right now.
But overall, like you. I don't take that answer.
No, I mean, there's a lot of them. Everybody's unique, aren't they? So how do you say which one's most unique? Unique in and of itself means that they're all individual. They're all unique. They're all interesting.
Do you feel spinning right now?
I don't necessarily, pick who's the most unique client. Plus I have, 800 and some.
You have 800 clients right now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's like hard to pick. Like I can't even remember them all. However, the Grant Cardones, the Tony Robbins, the Damon Johns, the bigger names you've heard of, those are obviously all interesting or they wouldn't be celebritized in the first place. Sure. But then we have a lot of clients that no one's ever heard of that are very interesting, including you. But I just met you, dude. You're pretty interesting. You remind me of my buddy that used to play hockey.
What's his name?
Christoph Alowa.
Now, the reason
The Polish Hammer, they called him.
The reason I ask because I talk to my website guy, and sometimes he tells me the websites he creates crazy. Like he created a website for cleaning house. I mean, in Las Vegas, probably a regular deal, but it was in Minneapolis, and it was home cleaning service. But the girls were like hookers, so you can watch, but you cannot touch.
It's a good business.
It's a good business, but like he tells me about how the process came about, like how they're building website and creating content, and that's what I was going for, like somebody really, really unique like that. But you don't have. It's me. I get it.
I mean,
I know.
No, like nothing like that. We've got a lot of people training or creating training to help people build businesses, increase productivity, reduce liability. Increase sales, but there's an interesting one that came up the other day where they teach people how to be a headhunter. So with a cell phone and a laptop, someone can make $300-400 grand a year, just hanging out by the pool, just being a headhunter. Wow. So like if you're sitting there flipping hamburgers, you're like, damn, can I do it? Yeah, these guys can teach anybody. They teach a lot of college kids and they're making side money. Then people are dropping out of college because their side money is turning into $300,000 a year jobs from a cell phone and a laptop. That's pretty interesting.
Awesome.
And then again, what's really interesting is the roofers training you're putting together.
Sure. What's the last time you cried?
Ooh, it's probably been a minute. I don't even remember. If it's at all, it was probably at some movie scene somewhere.
Like what would make you cry in a movie?
Usually what tears me up is when the underdog gets a bunch of applause for some reason. Like somebody wins and wins big. Where like the whole crowd, starts cheering and the guy didn't know that was going to happen.
Like
he's
public
an underdog.
recognition.
Yeah, exactly. Public recognition.
Mine has always been act of kindness. Like, I don't know, like somebody help a poor or something does extraordinary, somebody in need. Like, I don't know, I just want to cry. Like when, you didn't have to do it and you did it, like drop. Like,
Well, you better not follow me around then. You'd be crying all day.
Is success fun?
Yeah.
What's your worth?
Immense. Unmeasurable.
I'm a brand new to virtual training. What number one advice would you give me?
Learn marketing or get ready to master it. Marketing's the key when it comes to selling courses and helping people learn and train and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, marketing is how do you reach the people? Because if you can reach 7 billion people and ask them all if they want a kick in the balls, some of them are going to walk away with sore nuts. Sure. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What am I saying? It's a numbers game. Like, dude, if you could tell everybody in the world that you have roofing services and only 0.1% did them.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah, it's a numbers game. So when you get into a virtual training system and you're looking to monetize that, because some people, we have clients like, you know, franchises and associations that they're not trying to sell it. They're trying to use it to train people better and grow and expand and whatnot. So subject matter experts are people with certain knowledge that can help other people. We virtualize that and monetize that. So when you monetize it, the most important thing I would say is focus on marketing. And then if you're using it to train people better, because you can use it to make money, recurring, legacy, generational wealth, or you can use the technology to train and develop your people better. Make sense? Mm-hmm. So in this case, it's focus on marketing. In the train your people better, I would say I would focus on the interactivity and the real-time tracking and notifications. Because if you do it right, you can onboard new employees and walk them through and get them completely up to speed for your whole organization before you even talk to them. Technically, before you even put them on payroll. I could give you a password right now to Lightspeed, and you log in, and you'll know everything we want you to know before you step foot in here. Wow. Now, if you had a choice, you could hire someone that didn't know shit, or hire someone that was completely up to speed on everything you did, everything you believed, and everything you wanted to get done. Who would you rather pick? The person that didn't know shit, or the person that was completely up to speed?
It's no brainer.
That's why you go to uptospeed.com, son.
All right.
You already did, though.
Next question.
He's a customer, kids. He's a customer.
Well, you know what I always say? I went to school to become a teacher. So I have 3 years in college, 2 years in university, doing major in teaching history.
He looks a little like Sean Penn, too, doesn't he?
I get that a lot.
Did people tell you that?
Yeah.
Sean Penn and Christophe Allois mixed.
A lot of people tell people all the time, like, I have a teacher's heart, but teachers don't make money. Entertainers do. You recently have that Kenny Green on the podcast. I always, when I teach...
Kenny Brooks.
Kenny Brooks. Door to door. Yeah, Kenny Brooks. So I tell people all the time, like, entertainers make money. When you door knock, you can be bored, like, you'll never make money. If you entertain them, they're gonna buy from you. But nobody, like, teachers will never make money. And roofers or anybody, that's my biggest problem in business.
Well, first of all...
Because I wanted to educate, we all wanna educate, but money is not an education. Money is entertaining. Like entertainers, comedians, they all get paid tons of money because when you have charisma, you attract people. When you educate, you bore them. People think that
that's not true. That's a limiting belief. You better get that fixed, especially if
you have to have both. But to attract the crowd, to attract people, you have to have charisma. So teachers.
See, I don't agree.
Why?
What do you mean?
Explain.
To attract the people, you have to be in front of the people. That's all. If you're boring, guess what? A certain percentage will not think you're boring. A certain percentage, maybe they're boring too, they'll all love you. And then that is your tribe, that is your business.
Here's what I mean by that. Like, I know a lot of sales guys in roofing. Like, you don't have to be a roofer to sell roofs.
Of course.
But
matter of fact, if I were a roofer, okay, I'd be roofing, not selling. Roofing jobs.
That's the point. But the roof,
I could help roofers left and right. You know what? Here's how you make money as a roofer. This show's for roofers. Is this show for roofers?
Yeah.
Okay, roofers, if you guys are listening, you guys want to make more money, do more shit than you're doing now. Get it? So, yeah, like someone comes to my house. They want to see if we want a roof. Dude, did you miss the pool? Did you miss the landscaping? Did you miss the freaking garage door? Did you miss the paint? Did you miss the rugs, the shampooing? Did you miss the solar? What else you miss while you were there looking for the roof? I mean, you're already knocking on the door. You already established the relationship. Own the whole home maintenance. And if you don't do it, refer it out and get yourself a little kickback. Because guess what? If I'm in the solar business and you just roofed that guy's house and you built a relationship and you slid me in there, you don't think I'd give you some money? Yes or no? Yes or no?
See, I don't agree with that, but yes, you can make money, but doing less is doing more. I would rather do 1,000 roofs than 500 roofs and 500 everything else. It's very hard to scale when you do. I agree with you that we do.
No. If you do 1,000 roofs,
yep.
You telling me that those homeowners had nothing else to do?
But you can't be all service to all people. That's what I'm telling you.
See, again, you've been brainwashed.
I'm not brainwashed. I would rather do
all services isn't 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Like when you come to my house to do my roof, if you know a pool service, you're not doing the pool, but you're at my house
You
already.
can't be expert in everything.
You're not the expert. You're at my house and recognize that my fucking pool needs maintained. You can't recognize that? You need to be an expert.
But I'm not in pool business.
You don't need to be. You need to go establish a relationship with someone that is in the pool business. Because here's how it would look. I'd knock on the door. I'm a roofer. Or actually, I'm a salesman. I got roofers that roof behind me. I knock on the door. Hey, what up, what up? Boom. Deal. Okay, hey, and I noticed in your backyard, that fucking pool, shabby, dog. Let me just get my buddy over here. He's got a pool service in this neighborhood that'll come in there and get those walls sparkling white. Get all that fucking crust off those fucking tiles, okay? Make you look cool again instead of looking like a fool. So how about I get him over here right now for a quick thing. And by the way, I noticed up on the wall right there, look on the wall. Or like Kenny Brooks says, oh my God, who did that?
Oh my God. You see this right here? Who did that?
You know, you just start noticing.
I get it.
All the other, guess what?
But it's different business. It's a referral
Dmitry,
business.
Opportunities. That's what there are all around the house. Roofers, and by the way, solar, and whoever doesn't do what I'm suggesting, they're going to these houses, they're selling their wares, and they're leaving when there's many more opportunities at each one of those opportunities. So when I walk up and sell them a roof, there could be a pool job and a landscaping job and a painting job and a carpet shampooing job and a fucking garage door replacement job. And I don't have to be an expert. I already built the relationship. Now I just need to build the relationships because I say, Dmitry, listen, I'm not the fucking garage door expert, but my buddy can fix that garage door right now. Would you be interested in talking to him?
How much money are you going to make on that? Like
Dude, times 1,000? Who gives a fuck? Next.
Right.
Let's keep going.
Let's do it. Is it harder to get on top? Or
See, now you know what he's going to do? You know what he's going to do now? He's going to be knocking on the door one day, and you're going to be like, fuck.
For one, I don't knock on doors.
You're going to notice that pool. Well, one of your guys someone's knocking on a fucking door.
No.
Well, or you're doing the digital.
Yeah, people call you.
That, to me, that's knocking on a door, dude.
How is it knocking on the door?
In other words, talking to somebody about doing a job.
Taking appointments. But
I know, but I've never had anyone knock on my door, but I've heard a lot of people tell me about, come put solar on this building for you, and it's not going to cost you a dime. And so when I say knocking on a door, I mean get in front of a customer. Sure. Just so you know. And next time you get in front of a customer, you're gonna. And if you don't, and your guys do, next time they do, if they hear this, they're gonna go, shit, dude, their pool did look a little shabby. Why? Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. There's another $50 bill sitting right there and right there and right there and right there. You guys aren't picking them up. Why? Can't be all things to all people. Like, dude, it's right there. Pick the dollars up.
all right.
Try it and see if I'm lying. I'll bet you anything you'll make. I'll bet you'll make more.
I've tried it. I dropped services.
Because it wasn't profitable?
I become successful when I start doing less. I was general contractor. I was doing basement finish. I was doing everything.
You mean when you focused?
When I focused on doing less, I started doing more.
Right. So you're not hearing what I'm saying. You don't have to be the expert.
You're talking about me becoming home advisor and start referring everybody to everybody.
Why not?
It's different business model. If I want to be home advisor, I'm going to open home advisor.
I know, but if you came to my house to do a job, and I mean you started shooting the shit, and you said, dude, I noticed I'd already trust you, and I'd be like, oh, you got someone for that? I'm just telling you, it's missed opportunity. Keep going. Don't even worry about it.
Sure.
I don't care if you guys never do this. I was just
big businesses with less services, they're actually more successful.
All right.
I'm just saying.
All right.
I can prove it to you too if you want to argue.
No.
What's your weakness as a business owner?
Empathy.
Okay. Why is it a weakness?
Well, because I, care a little bit too much about like people's situations when I should just be ruthless. Shrewd. But I'm a people person, so, I choose people over profits. But you said as a business person, and a business person by definition is, it's all about business. I'm more about relationships. I'm more relational than transactional. That's my weakness.
I don't think it's a weakness, but I get it.
Well, I'd be 20 times richer if I was shrewd. More wealthy, I should say, not richer. Is that even a word, richer?
Next question. Do you think pretty people make more money and have an advantage in business?
Yes.
You do think that?
Of course. Don't you?
I think...
Why are you in shape?
I think it's about charisma more than a look.
Oh, no.
I have a lot of pretty...
Everybody, listen, there's a lot of girls that would say I'm good looking. There's a lot of girls that would say I'm not, right? There's a lot of girls that would say you're good looking. There's a lot of girls that say you're not. So I'm not saying you have to be pretty like a fucking model. Sure. There's a lot of good looking people in their own unique ways, and their personalities make them way better looking, or their confidence and swagger. Like, dude, there's some people that would be considered ugly in my book, but dude, there's billions of girls that love them. Like when Justin Timberlake started getting all the girls. Dude, go look back at old Justin Timberlake, dude. Curly-headed, ugly fucker. All the girls thought he was fucking gorgeous. Well, guess what? I didn't. What's that mean? So when you say pretty people, is Justin Timberlake pretty? Or are you talking about...
He has charisma.
Yeah, he has charisma. Yeah, he's a cool dude, and he can fucking sing. And not only that, like, as soon as he cut those curls off, he was a lot better looking, wasn't he? But I'm talking about females that are hot get more opportunities, so they usually make more money. This is the generality. It's not necessarily every case. And then dudes that are in shape, better looking dudes, usually get more opportunities. Now, there can be exceptions to that, meaning, I know a lot of dudes that are not in shape and they're not good looking, at least in my opinion, at all, that are killing the game. Why? Well, because they're smart, dude. So there's no one answer like, oh, you got to be good looking or you're going to fail. No, everyone can win. Everyone has a chance.
Well, the question was about advantage.
But I think good looking people, the better shape you are and the better society thinks you're good looking, the more opportunities you're going to have. Just like, you show up in an interview in a suit versus a torn jeans and flip-flops and a dirty t-shirt with ketchup on it. What do you think? It's the same thing. Like, people just look at you and they're judging you. So the better off you are, the more opportunity you have, the more potential and doors might open because of that. It's just a slight advantage, but it doesn't say that you...
I personally feel pretty girls started also working less because they have that going for them. They start, I think ugly people have to work harder, and it builds work ethics.
Well, again, so should we all just hire ugly people? That's what I did here at Lightspeed. Look around. Like, there ain't a good-looking person here. I feel all alone.
Oh, man.
It's like one time you look on Glassdoor and we have reviews, and somebody that quit or got fired, one of the two, and not many people quit here, but the ones that left a review on Glassdoor, one of them said, all the excellent people are being terminated. And I said, yeah, you're right. It's too excellent around here. Like, I'm just looking for all the excellence to go away because it's too excellent. Like, come on, people. Don't go to Glassdoor or LinkedIn to read, or not LinkedIn, Glassdoor to read reviews. I'm going to start one for employers.
Speaking of what's your hiring process look like when you hire somebody?
I say, can you do the job?
How long usually your interview?
I think when people interview, they're capable of bullshitting you. You can never trust anybody. You can't. So what you do is you give them a job, and they either do it or they don't. So when you get
you hire fast?
Well, when you get a job here, no, not necessarily. But when you get a job here, there's a 90-day audition.
After you get a job.
Yeah. So if you get a job, that just means you got an audition for the job.
Okay.
That means we're going to try you out, give you a little audition.
Love it.
And then if 90 days goes by and you're not told, thank you, see you later, well, then you'll get an offer for the job. And usually in 90 days, you'll see whether people are going to do the decent job or not.
Okay. Do you love your wife?
Yeah.
But you would not give your leg if you have to choose between you and her?
That's not what the deal was.
Okay.
I said I wouldn't lose my leg to stay married to her.
Okay. So you would let her walk away?
Well, first of all, absolutely.
Why is that? How does she feel?
Why would I lose my leg to stay married to a woman? Are you kidding me? I'd still be dating her. We just wouldn't be legally married. A marriage is a piece of paper with the state, and that's it. Now, if you got married in church but forgot to turn in the certificate, what does that mean? You're not really married? No, it means we're married under God. So the state, you forget to file it, means you're technically not married. Legally, by the state. Exactly, by the state, fuck the state. So they're gonna say, lose your leg or the state won't recognize you're married. Fuck the state. I ain't losing my fucking leg. Okay? And if there was some stupid thing, which this is all stupid even to talk about because it's never gonna happen, but if it did happen, no, I wouldn't lose my leg to stay married to my wife. I'd just date her.
But what if she would tell, okay, you do it or I'm walking away?
If she said that, I'd say, see ya. I'd say, shit, I was thinking about getting a new one any damn way. Now you just convinced me.
See, I like how you answer in the video, though. You said, I would do it for the kid. I wouldn't do it for my wife.
Well, and I would also do it for my wife in certain circumstances. Like if it was either going to be she's dying or I lost my leg, I'd lose my leg. Sure. If it was going to be, something serious, I'd lose my leg for her, but not to stay married to her. And that's what it was about. I'm not being married means nothing. If you're not committed and you don't believe it in your heart, then the piece of paper means shit. You can take the fucking piece of paper. You ain't taking my leg just so I can say I'm married. I'd say, nope, we're divorced. We've been dating for 27 years. And why don't you guys get married? Because I ain't losing my leg over it. Would you lose your leg to stay married?
I was thinking about it. I think
Anybody that says yes needs to fucking go reevaluate.
When I was thinking about it, I came to a conclusion. All scenarios, I would not lose my leg. I would be okay being paralyzed as long as I'm functioning. I would be okay with that, but losing a leg, probably not. I don't know.
I wouldn't be okay with nothing. I'm not,
I mean,
maybe a pinky. Something that's unneeded or not even noticed, but a fucking leg, bro. Shit.
I have one last question.
I'll give her back her last name and keep on trucking with both feet on the ground.
Last question.
And by the way, so would she. If she said, if the state came down and said, okay, Melissa, you can stay married legally with Brad, but we're gonna take your leg off, you'll be a legless individual, or just get divorced legally. She'd be like, let's get divorced.
Last question. Is the customer always right?
Depends on who you ask.
I'm asking you.
Well, it depends on who you're asking. That's the answer. That's my answer. Sometimes they're always right, and sometimes they're never right. So the question is who are you asking? If you ask the customer, they'll probably say they're right. If you ask me, they're not always right. But I've heard that cliche thing: customer's always right. Customer's not always right. Especially when you don't, you've never, like for example, Henry Ford said, if we asked the customer what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse. Like they didn't know they wanted a car because they couldn't even think of a car. So would have the customer been right? No, they would have been wrong. But that's only when you're dancing in visionary type shit. If the customer's right in a customer service sense kind of way. In other words, don't make the customer wrong if you expect to succeed in business. So the customer should be right if you suspect and expect to be around in a little while. So again, the answer is both, but technically, no, the customer's not always right.
Love it. I want to finish on that. I just want to...
And you're my customer.
I know.
Which means you're not always right.
And I am always right. But I want to finish on that because you have an amazing team and I want to compliment this business because I feel like you do put customers first. This is...
Well, we do. But that wasn't your question.
No, I get it, but I wanted to... I run my business like customer is always right. And I usually take customer side over my employee side. And I know for a lot of business owners, no, my employee comes first, customers come second. And for me, customer comes first, employees come second.
I'm more on that train. Unless
Without them, we don't have anything. Because my team comes to me like, oh, that customer is a jerk. No, your job is still make him happy.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to share, like I was coming here for the last couple of months, and this place treats you like a rock star. Like, thank you for that. Just want to share, like one day I came in and you didn't have my favorite drinks, which is White Claw. And the girls literally went and they got it. And I'm like, wow, that was impressive. Well, they got it not for me, for a guy who was with me, but for me, they got allergy medicine. I'm like, what is this place? We're sitting in the green room. I mean, there's beers, there's alcohol. Everybody is really trying to please you. And it's amazing because you don't have to. Like, honestly, you don't have to go extra mile when you already, doing good service. Like, your service is not bringing me my allergy pills, right? But I feel like customers always right here. I wanted to ask, and I appreciate the answer.
No, again, they're not always right, but they're always treated well, or at least we hope. But what if a customer came in and like abused one of your employees?
Absolutely.
Would they be right?
No.
Exactly. So they're not always.
They can be.
Depends
They
on
can
the
be
situation.
jerks. Exactly.
But from a customer service standpoint, like nobody had to go get you those allergy pills. Nobody was told here.
Exactly.
So when someone,
But it starts with you.
yeah, but it's the people, dude. You don't hire people and train them to be nice. You hire nice people.
True. But it also starts with the head. If you would be jerk to everybody, it will pass on down. Like everybody else would be like that. I mean, your videographers are awesome. Your receptionist people are awesome because it starts with you.
You took all the time to go get these pictures, and that's pretty funny.
It took me like an hour. I mean, it wasn't a big deal.
What did you think I would do? Like, where'd these come from?
No, I was going for a reaction. I just needed, this was my icebreaker. I'm like, I have to start something somewhere. I just wanted to break ice or something funny that you can relate to and open the conversation. Thanks, man.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
90% of you watching our videos without subscription. I don't know what you're waiting for, but you don't want to miss our sick content for roofing industry. Give me one of those, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.